Keeping track of your buyers just got easier. They're front and center right when you log in to the system. So right here in the front, you'll see all of your active buyers, most active buyers first. But if you scroll over, you'll see all of your different clients that you have in the system. If you added a photo, their photo will display. If not, it will have their initials in the block. Let's go back over to John Johnson here. He has a bunch of bubbles attached to his screen. What that means is he either has his favorites, he's marked things possible, he's marked things rejected, he's commented on some things, and he's also has new saved searches. All of these are clickable. So for example, if I click on the two, it's going to bring up those two favorite listings that he actually likes. So I can go ahead and take a look at those. I can either click on the two to go to his recent comments, or I can come down here and I can read all of my unread comments right here on the front page. So if I click on this, for example, it'll show me John's picture, what house that he's talking about, the address, and what he said, and I can reply right back to him. And then it goes immediately in back to him so that he gets that message. I can also email him, call him. If I was on my phone, I'd be able to text him, or I can also view the detail of this property so that I can see which property he is talking about and make sure I know what he's looking at. Another really nice thing is if I just click directly on his photo, for example, it's going to bring up all the details about John Johnson. So John here has looked at a bunch of listings. He's actually undecided on 23 of them, but he has favorited 114 listings. He's looked at 41 of them as possible and 6 as rejected. So there's all kinds of things you can do down here. I'm going to go into the buyer activity because he's my really top buyer here. These are all the different searches that we have for him. And when you look at the searches, each search has a card on it. And the card will tell you for the 700 to 900 search in Eagle that I set up for him, there's 6 in there total. 3 of them he hasn't looked at yet. 2 of them he favorited. And 1 of them he said maybe. Now I can also come up to the 3 dots on here, and if I want to, he decided he no longer wants to live in Eagle, I can disable this collaboration center, or I can go ahead and click on the email options and I can go ahead and email him if I want to email him an update about this property, or I could come in and I can set up some notification triggers on this card. So this search, I could see which things I want to give him information on, if there's a new match or a price change, or maybe if there's a tour or open house that's coming along, if someone made a new comment or status change or initial photo. So I can turn these on or off and then apply them. So these are the things that are the notification triggers. That gives him an email that lets him know something's going on with the properties. You also have time frames. So you can immediately let him know that there's a change, or you can set the frequency to be whatever you want. So you can set in a date range, but you can also come in and make it immediate, or you can make it reoccurring. So if this is a person who doesn't want 5 emails every single day, he just wants everything at one time, you could come in and put in a notification time and put it daily or weekly or monthly. So it depends on what your client's looking for. You can also do the same thing for yourself. You can turn it completely off, send the notifications to you, or make them reoccurring on a one-day basis. And each one of these are for each individual search. So you can set that different for the Eagle search. If that's something that's more important to him than the Eagle Golf Course one, then you'll want to set the time frames to be immediately. Also, if he called you and said, I want to go look at these properties, but I can't remember how to get into my collaboration center, you can resend him an invitation to go to his collaboration center. If this search is no longer applicable because he decided he didn't want to be there anymore, you can delete this search, or you can come in and you can edit this search also. Maybe there's some type of parameters that need to be changed. So it brings up all the criteria on here. I can take a look at that. I have 9 results. I can see what I'm looking at as far as what my criteria is by hitting that little filter up at the top, and I can add some additional information if I needed. So now I'm going to go back to the area in here, and again, you can email, you could call or text, and then there's this cool thing, which is the collaboration center. So in the Collaboration Center, this allows you to take a look exactly at what your client is looking at. So if I go ahead and click on that, it's going to go ahead and bring up the dashboard that he would see when he gets the invitation from you. So this now you're looking at exactly what your client looks at when you're sending him this. So if they call in and have a question, you can look at things exactly the way he is looking at them. How many other systems allow you to do that? That's pretty cool. And then lastly, up here in the right corner, you have the three dots, and you can either delete this client completely or you can edit his information right here from his profile. And that's how easy it is to set up and use and keep track of all your buyers while using the system, whether you're on your PC, your phone, or your tablet.